Anyhow, that was my Labor Day. So welcome back. I have gone off-road again and gone bold. I don't know if you can see it. I'm putting grooves, these grooves in my base here.
Okay.
That swirl I was thinking more of a swirl, but then I realized it's part of, this is all going to be painted, the feathers. So
Yeah.
I'm putting a little swirl on the feathers here.
Okay.
So give it a little something.
Cool.
I just did the V-gouge on that one for now, and then we'll see how it develops. Because I think about this a lot. I don't do a lot of curving. I do a lot of thinking of what I want it to look like. I told Barry yesterday I've already started painting it in my mind, and I haven't even finished carving the mouth. I'm avoiding the mouth, though, I guess. I'm going to sand this down with that little sander. A nice rounded groove. Maybe.
We looked up that Peter Engler thing while we were on break, Barry. Is it like in a little mall area of shops and stuff?
Yeah, well, it's right downtown on Main Street. So yeah, it's a few blocks long of stores and stuff that are all.
Yeah, it looked like toy stores and different kinds of stores, I guess.
Yeah, and several restaurants and.
Then when I Googled it, they listed another carving shop also, but it sounded like they just sold carvings that were completed or something.
Yeah, I actually haven't been to that one. But yeah, I talked to them about it last time, and yeah, they're just selling our carvings already made.
Oh boy, getting kind of flaky down here. I may have made a bad move, folks.
Well, Barry's got that new shop now. He can cut you another blank.
That's right.
You got a fireplace, Michelle?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You're all set then.
I'm like you, Fred. I'm a diehard. I'd want to fix it. I never give up hope, which is sometimes painful. And certainly takes a lot more time and energy.
The only carving I gave up on was that stylized horse that we worked on, or pony, and
the caricature. Yeah.
Yeah, and I put that quick wood on it to build the neck back up, and
it was too late.
It dried like cement, and I was afraid to ruin a blade or something, so
gave up on it.
So you said you went through your dad's stuff. Did you?
I started going.
You end up with like 3 of everything now instead of 2 of everything?
No, I found a blank for Ron Coleman. I think you knew him. Ron Coleman, the police officer.
Yeah, that works at the court or used to.
He's still, he's still working a lot, even though he's supposedly retired. Keeps trying to retire and keeps ending up working.
Yep.
I found something labeled Ron, so I contacted him and said, hey, you want this? He's like, what do I owe you? Nothing. It's got your name on it, so it's going to you. I found like a starter kit basically for chip carving, which I thought I'd
Oh,
give to Herm.
yeah.
Because I'm not that interested in chip carving. And I figured Herm would know somebody since he's the chip carving guy in our group. Herm Markowitz. And then some magazines, which I was going to give to Barry and or the clubs. But as I started going through them last night, I was like, oh, I like this one. Oh, I want to do this one. So that kind of failed, honestly.
Well, bring them in the house and that'll give you something to look at in the winter.
Oh, no, they're all in the house. That's the problem.
Or,
I mean, my
Oh.
foyer was so full. There's a path going through to get into the house. And then my back bathroom, which is a big bathroom, big, gorgeous bathroom, is chock full. And my living room and my dining room. It's just
oh, I thought you said you
not
had a
even
shed
livable.
or something and that was, stuff was in there. Wonderful.
My shed's full too. You don't understand. I took everything. And he had like 3/4 of a full basement full of stuff. Barry got the machines, and that was, probably 50% of that. But he had totes of all the classes we taught with samples in them, and those are in the shed. The classes and the samples are in the shed for when Barry's ready for them. I will give them to you, Barry, because I
All right.
probably won't teach those. And then there's all the other things. And Katie and I went through his paint stuff because I asked her to, like right after it happened. And it was sorted, and then I started using it. Now I think it's in like 3 different places. So that's my bad. I mean, that's just how I am. I hate that about me, but I get started on something and I think I'm coming back to it, so I'll leave it out. And then I don't come back to it. And then something happens, like I need my dining room table because I'm serving dinner, so everything goes to the side, and next thing you know, I don't know where anything is. That's how it rolls around here. It's been like that ever since I moved into this place. I moved into a place that had a lot more room than my old place, and I have not been organized. I still haven't found places to put certain things. It's ridiculous. So I thought I'd take the weekend and start working on that. And kind of did. I made a dent in my foyer anyway. I took a bunch of stuff to Goodwill that was like clothes and stuff that my daughter gave me free range. She said, I'm just everything in this room, I haven't worn it, so I won't miss it. Go ahead and get rid of it. So I did. So one person's almost moved out.
Well, when we left, when we moved from Michigan, I called your dad, and my father-in-law used to be a contractor and he redid a restaurant, and he had, I don't know, a couple tables that were like 4
You
foot
were the
long,
one who gave him
the
Oh.
restaurant
I know.
tables.
Oh,
I have one of them because he asked me, do you want this? It's out in my yard. And
With
I use
metal,
it.
a metal
I use
base.
it to, yes, I use it to cut wood and stuff. I use it like a sawhorse. And yeah,
Those might have been from a big boy or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
no, I think he said it was from someone. It was a few years ago.
No, but I mean I think they came from Big Boy Restaurants.
Oh, okay. He said, do you want one? He had like 3 or 4. And I
I
said,
think
yeah, give me one.
we had 3, and I I kept the smaller one and I gave him the two larger ones. He came
Okay.
over when we were cleaning out the house.
Yep, I use it as a workhorse out in my yard. As a workbench, no. Horse.
I'm surprised that Ron's still around because him and his wife used to go to Georgia quite a bit to visit
Oh, yeah?
a daughter or son and granddaughters. Kind of like when we used to come to Minnesota before we moved here to visit the kids. And at that time, he said he wanted to, him and his wife wanted to eventually move to Georgia.
He's still, I think he's still attached to working, you know,
Yeah.
which you can't blame him. It's a hard transition, I imagine, to stop what your profession, what you've done all, you know, trained to do. And
Well, it's not hard when you hate your job. My wife and I hated our job, and
wasn't hard
Yeah.
at all, huh?
no, the companies we worked for weren't really treating us very well. Just a combination of different stuff.
Yep. It's hard when they don't treat you well.
Oh, it's hard for me to make the decision to give up teaching, but it really was time.
Yeah.
And I
I
didn't give it up
imagine.
completely. I mean, I still teach somewhat online. I really did love teaching, but I could tell I was getting, I started to become that teacher who should have retired, the one who was grumpy all the time, and I saw more wrong than right. And I thought, this isn't good for them. And it's not good for me. So,
Can't imagine you grumpy.
yeah. Well, when you tell them 50 times not to do that and they turn around and do it,
Yep, that's true.
it really gets to you after. I mean, I'm a pretty patient person. I really am. I'm pretty patient with kids and people. And my mother used to say, "You're so patient." I would have gone nuts. But I just always assume, you know, they're
Yep.
asking, I'll tell them, even if it's the 50th time they've asked me. I mean, I assume they don't do it on purpose, right? All right. I don't know. What, why do I come up with these crazy harebrained ideas? I've never seen one like this before. What the hell is this? Oh, there's gonna be one now. Strange wood right here at the base. Very strange, very strange. Jerry was all excited. He said, "Oh, I got some mahogany." I'm like, "Good luck to you." That's some hard wood, dude. Are you sure you would have carved mahogany? He's like, "No, I didn't think it was hard." I said, "It's hard wood." I had some oak, and so I was like, "Yay!" It's pretty wood, but and he said I got it from some relative, my brother-in-law or something, who was a woodworker. I said, "Well, see, that's the thing. That wood like that, that's really strong and good for woodworking." It's not so much fun to carve. You got a power tool, I said, right? He said, I shouldn't have been so negative. You guys aren't saying anything. You're not laughing. You don't think that's funny? guess not.
No, I thought it was funny. I'm laughing, but I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Brad didn't think it was funny. He's like, so discouraged the poor guy. All right, this guy's getting a shave. I'm thinking about it because this is some hardwood right here for basswood. This is the part where Dad would get upset with me because I went off-road before I even finished the basic. I did the embellishment. But I just wanted to see what it looked like. Deeper, we must go deeper.
I understand because I go off road without even trying a lot of times. It's just all of a sudden I realize, well, that's not what it said to do.
So what your heart said to do, well, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that's the best. Well, sometimes it's a learning experience, and this might be one of those times, but we'll see.
well, I think it's starting to look a little more like an eagle.
All right. Yeah, you're seeing the end of the tunnel there. I like how your beak is curving very nicely. I want that kind of curve on my beak instead of the sharp point I have at the moment. It's a nice curve. More
Well, I
graceful.
think I told you that we took our guests to the Eagle Center
Uh-huh.
and the National Eagle Center.
And you
And
got inspired, didn't you?
yeah, though their beaks are actually really pointed.
Are they? Ziggy, set
Well,
timer.
yeah.
8.5 minutes.
8 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
Yes, please, thank you.
Might help if I stop to hone my knife, but I'm on a roll and I don't want to stop. I think I'm digging it. Have to see what it looks like. It'll look prettier when it's sanded. All right, Barry, you want to see the, oh, nobody's with me.
I'm here.
the rough
Yeah.
out of it.
Okay. Yeah. That's good work.
I think that's
Yeah, I
gonna
can
look
see
cool
that.
once it's
Yep.
painted. I
It's
didn't
shaping up.
do the
Yep.
2 layers on this one.
I like that.
I like it. It might all have to be like this from now on, if I ever do another one. I'm not saying I will. Okay, this is gonna be a little lower than this. I'm doing my relief carving. I miss my relief carving, so I'm doing it right now. My layers. Mhm.
Okay.
That
Well, thank you very
base
much.
thing. Yeah, got the base. I spent all that time perfecting the base. Busting it myself.
Cold turkey. Sorry, that was the doctor calling me back, so I had to. She might not even know I was gone. I don't know.
You're fine. I knew because I had something I wanted to show you. You ready? For the rough
Yeah.
out of my crazy harebrained idea. Gonna look a lot better once I actually sand it, maybe. You see got layers
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that looks good.
Kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
Huh? Harebrained idea that worked. I think it might have worked. Same
You're
depth.
talking like your ideas don't happen or don't work out that much.
They usually they usually cause me much grief. Honestly. I draw my other nostril on. This poor bird only has one nostril. Hard to get him to match though.
Barry, as I'm sanding this one, I'm losing the definition of the little loop thing here that comes under his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I hate to monkey with it and make it deeper. Do you think if I just keep sanding and then wood burn that in, that would be all right?
Oh, that'd be absolutely fine. Yeah.
I mean, to give it definition that way instead of
Right. Right.
messing it up and getting my knife back out and everything.
I have done that many times. Just looking here for the most part on mine. These are just wood burn down here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when I was looking at the original, you can hardly see it. It's very fine.
Yeah.
When I was looking at a real live one.
And then you got to put the line down the middle of that small, and long teardrop area or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
kind of using you as a tour guide, Barry. Anything else in Branson that's a must-see thing
Yeah.
that you might recommend?
Oh. Well, there's trying to think what it's called. There's
Figure we might try to see a show of some kind, or
yeah.
quite a
You're
few of those, I guess.
going at a good time for that, I think, and so that would be cool.
Ziggy,
Um,
stop.
there's a place called Top of the Rock, which is just down the freeway, a couple of miles. It's one of the things that Johnny Morris owns, Bass Pro Shops, and there's a couple of restaurants there. And the building that I know at least one of the restaurants is in was Arnold Palmer's barn.
Guys,
wow.
we're gonna lose this
Yeah.
session. Sorry,
Okay,
but we only have like 30 seconds.
okay. See you in a bit.
All right, at 10:02.